In the early 1960s, musician and researcher John Chowning was studying at Stanford University, where he developed a close relationship with computer music pioneer Max Mathews. Deeply inspired by the music of Stockhausen, Chowning was fascinated by his loudspeaker compositions, in which tones were played out of a spinning loudspeaker in front of 4 microphones. This quadraphonic setup placed the listener in the center of the listening field, and gave the audience the illusion that sound was spinning around in space. Chowning wanted the ability to move sound around in a nonlinear method, and began unboxing the phenomenon of FM without realizing it, which to this day he still credits as a discovery rather than an invention. Max Mathews consulted with Chowning while working on a localization experiment in an anechoic chamber, playing sine tones across 8 speakers and seeing if he could localize what speaker the sound came from. While listening and having difficulty deciphering the location of the sounds in the space, Chowning, a violinist, had the revelation that small increments of vibrato would help distinguish each sound in the speakers. With this observation, he began his long and arduous quest, pioneering and honing the concept of FM synthesis as we know it today, ultimately writing the first paper on FM theory in 1973. The implications of FM synthesis at the time were massive, as memory was expensive and sampling technologies still had a ways to go for affordable commercial application. FM synthesis unlocked the ability to make fairly realistic sounds with minimal technology when applied at large-scale manufacturing. Yamaha licensed the FM concept from Stanford in 1973 and consulted with Chowning over the next decade to better understand the application, with him teaching the engineers at Yamaha how to apply the synthesis method. In 1983, this relationship led to the invention of one of the most successful retail synthesizers of the modern era, the DX7 and its associated spin-off products. After dominating sound palettes of the 80s and finding its way onto major hits across the world, interest in FM synthesis declined during the era of romplers and samplers, with people finding the DX programming interface difficult to use. In the early 2000s, FM made a resurgence in software synthesis plugins and began its renaissance. Fast forward 25 years later, the software and hardware FM renaissance has taken off, pushing the technology into experimental territories, much farther than Chowning could have ever envisioned. In the Eurorack world, many manufacturers have made their own modular adaptations of FM synthesis, applying it beyond its original application into more experimental territories. MetaModule makes exploring modular FM synthesis easier, mitigating the need to have several hardware modules to play with these ideas. In addition to the dedicated FM voices on MetaModule, there are plenty of utilities and resources available to take your own stab at applying the synthesis method. How would you use FM synthesis in your music? Let us know in the comments.